fast. They play super fast. They lead the NBA in pace of play. That tip-off was brought to us by Planet Fitness. We're underway. 7 straight home games. Larson in trouble. Finds Powell. Left it short off the window. Rebounded in traffic by LaMelo. First shot of the game for the Hornets. Who wants to take it? I think it's going to be LaMelo. And Musa Diabate is fouled. That's a bad matchup.
It's got to do that job.
Bella Larson, some Sweden. That's the land of the moose. A lot of moose over there. But he's never probably had to box one out over in Luleå, Sweden.
He's not seen one move like Musa.
First shot of the game for Todd Knipple. Misses wide left. Here comes Davion Mitchell in a hurry. Tyler Hero puts his shoulder right into the chest of Todd Knipple and got a friendly whistle. Wow. Where he's only missed 6 free throws all season. 91% for Hero, who won a free throw championship back in 2020.
The way that Miami Heat is playing on the offensive end is remarkable. They were a physical, kind of slow-paced offensive team. They wiped that away, so we're going to go up and down the floor while not sacrificing what we do on the defensive end.
Hornets turn it over. Only Greg Popovich has coached in the NBA for one team longer. 18 consecutive video coordinator in 1997 and never left. Norman Powell out to Kello Ware. He can hit that. No foul, Pete! All right, kind of a disjointed start for the Hornets. LaMelo got caught underneath the basket. Ball finds him. Musa cleans it up.
He deserved that. Kept it alive off the first LaMelo miss. Right back to him, and he gets the Hornets on the board emphatically.
Ware, deep post position, knows what to do with it.
He's got 2 young centers. They get up and down the floor, and they know how to play above the rim.
Brandon Miller, his first touch, and he steps out of bounds. He feels like he was pushed out of bounds by Charlotte. Hornets get whistled for a delayed game. You get 2 of those, and it's a technical free throw. Hero, 2 feet in the paint, and we've got a foul.
2 days off since you've been home, but you still have those road-weary legs just playing in a game, especially here at home. So you got to shake the rust off, home rust off. This should help right here.
Hornets' only field goal coming on a dunk by Diabate. Over 2 minutes into our game. Norman Powell crawls it up and in.
Open for that dagger 3. LaMelo stepped right in.
So the Hornets lead for the first time. Hornets have played 3 games against Miami. The first 2 down to Miami super early in the season. And then here about 10 days ago in this building. Oh, Diabate convinced he was fouled. Looked like Powell was trying to foul him. Hero. He can score.
He had him bottled up, but he's going to keep that dribble alive until he finds space.
Brandon trying to get going. Brandon had a rare off game last time the Hornets played, back on Saturday down in San Antonio. Deflected. Kahn, clean air. First field goal for the rookie.
Such good defense by Kahn.
Norman Powell.
Yes.
Blocked away by Diabate. Got it in the left hand. Musa. Did he walk? Oh, my goodness. He was surprised at how wide open he was.
Yeah,
Hornets a bit sloppy, but they lead by 2. Both teams exactly 3 for 11 shooting the basketball. Powell missed with the left hand. Another rebound for Diabate. LaMelo. Hornets have to regroup. Bridges just out-muscled Larson.
LaMelo saved that ball to Bridges, and he had plenty of room to get to that strong right hand.
And Miami wants a timeout. Miami playing fantastic basketball. They've won 10 of their last 11. But of course, Bam Adebayo, a big part of that, and he's not playing tonight. Hero took it away from Musa. That doesn't happen often. Missed alley-oop. Ware can't come down with it. Hornets in a hurry. Brandon whips a left-handed pass out of bounds. But out.
There he is.
Traveling with the team, but not in uniform. A quick trip for Miami. They're next in the short pants Thursday at home against the Lakers. Josh Green. Bridges in the corner. Here comes Hawkes. He has been a thorn in the side of the Hornets all year long. Give Hawkes an assist, and he finds Fontecchio.
You attack the offensive glass, you don't get the ball. That's what happens. You give up easy points on a mismatch on the other end.
Hawkes runs down a long rebound. Hawkes definitely in that conversation for sixth man of the year this season with how he's playing. Oh, Bridges missed it. Mitchell off the window. Miles Bridges doesn't miss too many dunks.
No, I'm curious to see if he just lost a little bit of the ball on the way up after getting out of that spin move.
Shot clock's already down to 4. Bridges.
9 are the Hornets so far in this game.
Only Hornets starter remaining in the game, Brandon Miller. Ryan Kalkbrenner checks in. He's got the ball right now. Brandon, that's a good look. That'll get it started.
That's good coaching right there. You need this guy to see the ball go in. Get him on the weak side of the floor, swinging around. He gets a clean look and knocks down the triple.
Brandon 2 for 14 in the loss in San Antonio on Saturday. Davion Mitchell, first full year with the Heat. He has been a really good point guard for Eric Spoelstra.
Shooting the ball from 3 exceptionally well this season.
Here's Kobe White, his first shot. Kobe coming over trade deadline. This is now his 9th game with the Hornets. Ooh, that was awkward. Ooh. Hero into his knees. Looks like he's okay. Brandon bumping into Fontecchio. Kobe White darts inside and draws contact.
Started with a good D-back.
Set a franchise record for free throw percentage as a team.
Superpower.
Okay. Here can be your superpower. You have not lost a bit over the years.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gotten rare. It's all wisdom, baby.
And you got a good barber.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Coming into the game, taking his first shot, that's Keyshawn Johnson. He wears 16. He'll be battling inside with Kalkbrenner. Brent Williams, his first shot. He's fouled. He's upset, thought he should have made that, give himself an and one.
He won.
We missed the first part of the season, dealing with the knee injury. Here's a message. 10 consecutive free throws made. Start a new streak. Norman Powell comes back into the game for Miami. Into the game for the first time, rookie Kaspris Yakachonis. Fontecchio, nope, rebounded Johnson. Back to Johnson, this guy can fly. Yep. Knipple, Ryan Kalkbrenner going to roll together. Oh, by the way, all 5 of those men drafted and developed by this Hornets franchise. Miami answers with Powell, Hawkes, Johnson, Knipple up in his first three-pointer.
Oh, you read the defense well, Knipple. Fontecchio tries to shoot the gap. You stop right behind the screen. Kalkbrenner continues to hold that screen, and you get a wide-open triple for your first one.
Fontecchio with the left hand.
Flipper there by Fontecchio in the paint off the wrong leg.
He basically replaced Duncan Robinson, man, he was traded for in the offseason. Con made one a moment ago. He's now got 237 made threes. That LaMelo made a couple of three-pointers.
Oh, there it is.
This time he finds Kalkbrenner.
Good solid screen, physical screen at the top by Kalkbrenner. And then a quick roll straight to the hoop. Good pass by LaMelo.
104 dunks for the rookie Kalkbrenner. Lithuania. Played 1 year at Illinois. Good free throw shooter. Jonas Valanciunas, Zydrunas Nagauskis.
Oh, wow.
The only Hornets to ever hail from Lithuania. He played 2 games. Arnoldus Kobolka.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Didn't make a lasting impression.
Oh, no.
Hornets lead by 3. Shot clock's down to 5. Bridges. Offensive rebound, Kalkbrenner. Be a special night on Thursday, folks. Del Curry retirement night. Jersey retirement. You're not retiring.
No. You get rid of me that easy.
Johnson made it 3 in the first quarter. Loose. Yakuchonis rips it away. 2 for a quarter for Johnson. And he hits it.
Johnson with the green light to put up threes whenever he feels like he can make one.
Kurt Rambis, number 31. Knipple, a power dribble. Score the goal. Who knew? Knipple. Left it short. Hawkins missed inside, no damage done. Either team seems to be in a great rhythm right now. Hit of the game. Good roll, Musa to the rim.
That's good execution right there. LaMelo sacrificed the body on the first screen. Ah, goodness.
Johnson's got 2 more.
What is happening?
13 points off the bench, Dell. Came into this game averaging 3 points per game. Kobe White, his first triple this evening. It's like they're featuring Keyshawn Johnson.
I'm not sure how involved he was in the scouting report when you're prepping for the Miami Heat.
He may be the guy getting the extra minutes that Adebayo's not soaking up with Van not in the lineup. One-handed rebound, Johnson. Second-year man, started his college experience at San Diego State, finished in Arizona. Blocked from behind by Bridges. It'll stay with Miami. Keyshawn Johnson, that stereotypical Heat player, undrafted free agent. They stashed him in the G League. They developed him. He's got a good body. He's got a motor. He's got a decent shot.
Hey, he knows what he's doing out there.
Fontecchio. And a foul.
That's a number.
Miami's record's attainable. It's 50. Here's a message from the fresh market. Fontecchio, the record for Miami is 50, held by the great Glenn Rice.
Oh, gee, money.
Matches. Hornets down a pair. LaMelo does something about it. Three-pointer.
Powell went for the phantom steal, and then he backed up, gave LaMelo space just to turn the corner and find open air.
Norman Powell catch and shoot from 18. LaMelo the head up. LaMelo. And Khan's going to be called for a loose ball foul. At the airport lobby, every Duke guy stayed and watched.
Glued to the screen.
Hello, where behind the back? Fontecchio. A lot of dribbling for him. And he's fouled. He's going to put his free throw streak on the line. For both franchises. You got Glenn Rice. You got Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
You got Jamal Mashburn. You got P.J. Brown. You got Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones.
Good golly.
Hey, and we're tied at 41. Glenn Rice.
Oh, it's magical. That's why Fontecchio missed it. Oh, we love you, Fontecchio. He understands a good story. It's the Italian in him. He's got some Fellini. Kobe White. We're going to stay at 41 and dream about Glenn Rice a little longer. Even longer. Hornets coming the other way. Sion. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Sion was out of bounds.
That's one of your strengths.
Grant Williams back into the game. Williams, White, Diabate. Duarte, Miller, and Green. Brandon, elbow extended. Tyler Hero with a rebound. Hero, Fontecchio, Mitchell, Larson, and Ware. Just joining us, Bam Adebayo, not in uniform. He's with the team, but with a late scratch. Kobe White. Nice bucket for Kobe.
Yeah, you got to take points any way you can get them right now. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well.
Larson. Is fouled. Larson has changed his body.
Just the screens, not the windows.
Don't miss buzzworthy women exclusive Hornets wine box kit. Lock in your package today at hornets.com/groups. If you don't know, Pella Windows and Doors.
Yeah.
It's a screen door company. It's out in Pella, Iowa. Happens to be the hometown of Kyle Korver, whose birthday it is today.
Is it?
Everything seems to be working in our favor right now.
Oh, goodness. We're off to such a good start. It's early in the week.
Kyle Korver's birthday. It's Danny Ainge's birthday. I've never golfed with Danny Ainge. Left-handed shot up the window. Brandon can't make it. Grant Williams breaks it away. NBA high beat.
34.
You're off by 11. 45.
Oh, wow.
LaMelo, a little runner, up and in. Now, if you could tell me who did it, I'd be really impressed. Your hint is you played with him. 45 20-point games off the bench.
Ricky Pierce.
Oh, my goodness. You're unbelievable.
Really?
Yes. Great job. Thank you, Bouncing Bill McGrath, for coming up with that pearl. Jaime Jaquez, the guy we're talking about, coming off the bench. He gets a bucket.
I was about to say, when Jaquez got back into the game, you got to know your personnel. He's going to try to get involved in this game. Only 2 points his first rotation. He did have 4 assists. All of a sudden, he's got a quick 4 points.
That's the 4th time that a Hornet has touched the ball when they've been out of bounds. Here in our first half, 4 times it's happened. 1 point game. Larson is fouled. And Bouncing Bill McGrath tells me he's made 17 consecutive. Look out, Glenn Rice. On the year, he shoots 79%. That's not impressive. Oh! Numbers tell the story. Here's a message from
the length of the game because of those free throws and fouls, no, not so much. He said a lot of those towards the end of that half happened because of frustration. That's a great start for Continental right there. He said they had some undisciplined plays. He said we got to clean it up. 14 personal fouls right now. We are headed for an 80 free throw game. We got 40 in that first half. That can't happen.
Thank you, Shannon. Just to break it down, Continental's got the 3 personal fouls. Brandon Miller's got 3 personal fouls, and off the bench, Kobe White with 3. Hornets leading the ball, up by 4. Hornets have led by as many 6. They've trailed by as many as 4. LaMelo, off of one leg. No Bam Adebayo for Miami. Not in uniform. They're calling it right calf tightness. Maybe he's got a sore shoulder from shooting all those free throws a week ago.
Yeah. Getting up on his toes, shooting those free throws, right? Yeah.
LaMelo needs help. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Brandon Miller. LaMelo, now the shot clock's an issue. Down to 3.
Oh.
Brandon Miller!
Ball movement right there. Patience, not forcing anything. Waiting for the defense to bite.
Davion Mitchell left alone. That's the scouting report on Davion Mitchell. In years past, struggling as an outside shooter. This year's been much better.
Been much better. Didn't look comfortable with that one right there. He's shooting much better, but you certainly rather have him out there than put his head down and get into the paint.
Kind of like that with LaMelo. LaMelo scored the goal, and Miami has to call the timeout.
3 of 8 from the field, but he has not missed from behind the 3-point line.
Miami stays as is. Larson left alone. Ware. And Miami continues to be scoreless 2 minutes into our second half. First of a 7-game homestand for the Hornets. Mitchell, smallest man on the floor, scores in the paint.
That's what he does right there, quickly with that dribble. And he's got a good body. Created some space by putting the shoulder into Brandon.
There are 3 guys who should be starting at point guard in the NBA who were all drafted as lottery picks by the Kings. Davion Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and Tyrese Halliburton. None of them are still in Sacramento. On the season for Eric Spoelstra, 22.5.
Yeah, they've been coming off the bench after coming out of that groin injury right there, keeping Hero in the lineup. But tell a little rust on his game.
Well, we've told you many times that Bam Adebayo not in uniform, also not playing Andrew Wiggins, who's a big part of what they try and do. He's been out for a while. But for the most part, Miami's just been rolling along. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. Some emerging stars like Kel'el Ware, who have carried the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Ware's struggling tonight. 1 of 6, 0 of 4 from 3. That's swooping.
Miami. Powell. And he's fouled, and he'll go.
Dwayne Wade was his favorite player growing up. In fact, in 2011, his first year at UCLA, he tweeted, "I'm going to study Dwayne Wade's game and model my game after him." How's this for irony? I guess it's ironic. He actually has Dwayne Wade's locker in Miami.
Oh. Ooh, that's interesting.
That's a boat, isn't it?
Well, you can be. I think you could also go up a mountain in a gondola, too.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, if he's talking about Italy gondola, that's probably a boat. Todd Knipple! Chance for a three-point play!
Yeah, I love that kind of adding things to his offensive game. You're scouted. Teams know your tendencies. They're going to try to take things away. You have to have the counter. So he continues to add things to his offensive game to help his skill set on that end.
Oh, Larson takes his time and scores on top of Bridges. Musa running the floor.
Just took his eye off that pass, knew he was running out of court space. Every possession so important, even though we're not halfway through the third quarter right now.
Norman Powell. Miami currently the 7th best record in the Eastern Conference, streaking upwards, winners of 10 of their last 11. Knipple. Oh, just a sliver of room off the window.
Swim move over the top of the guy that was. Maybe he thinks he did that on purpose.
Ooh, that would be the Hornets' second delay of game, which would be a free throw. Powell too quick for his own good, lost it. LaMelo kicks it out of bounds. Norman Powell, 4-year his teammate, graduated with. 2 history majors from UCLA on the Miami Heat. And Pelle Larsson is fouled.
He is mature beyond his young age. Starters with 4 fouls, 7:44 to go in the third. He cut this lead to 5.
So the Hornets bring Zion James and Kobe White off the bench, playing with the starters Ball, Diabate, and Bridges. Miami has not subbed out here in the third quarter. LaMelo, back out to Bridges. And a foul called on Davion Mitchell.
Miami foul on 45, Davion Mitchell, his second, team's third.
It's going to be interesting to see how high Miami can get in the standings over the final couple of weeks of the season. Currently the 7th best record in the Eastern Conference, but they are playing along with the Atlanta Hawks as well as anyone in the East.
Hawks is just simply on fire.
Skyhook missed by Musa. LaMelo clearly got thrown out of bounds, no whistle. And a foul on the other end. And every Hornet on the floor has their hands on their head right now. Hornets are leading by 5, so not a ton of beef. But the free throw discrepancy is becoming a thing. Norman Powell misses that one. That's the 25th free throw attempted by Miami. Just now. Powell misses 2. All right. We're all square now.
Missed them both on the front end of the rim.
Kalkbrenner comes into the game, replacing Diabate. LaMelo playing with an edge. Finds Kalkbrenner.
Realizing the Heat in the zone. That possession, LaMelo did not want to give it up. He knew all he had to do was draw the eyes of the D. Kalkbrenner's going to be at the front of the rim.
Powell.
Can't make 2 free throws. It makes a tough runner against the grain.
Larson switches out in front of LaMelo.
Heat in the zone once again. Look how open the middle of the floor is.
5.5 minutes into our third quarter. Norman Powell makes this a one-possession game. Oh, no! Hornets catch a break. That should have been stolen by Larson. Can the Hornets make it hurt? Can they make it hurt? They do! Foul money for the Hornets.
Sion did his job. Different options and rotations on the floor right now.
LaMelo, three-pointer, 3 feet behind the line.
Getting all kinds of attention while he's still in the zone, and they relax for a second. LaMelo lets it fly.
Larson, bad pass.
Larson expecting Mitchell to slide with him and threw it where he should have been.
This Miami Heat team, we've seen it over the years. You let them stay in games, they're really good in the fourth quarter.
They have guys like Hero, Powell, know how to fire. Those two guys know how to finish games.
Kid can score.
Back-to-back triples by the Hornets guards.
Hornets' largest lead of the game is 9. Currently up by 8. Currently up by 5.
There we go.
Tyler Hero starting to get his.
It's his first 3 of the night.
15, 7, and 5 for Hero. And an offensive foul on Sion James. To lead the NBA in non-charge offensive fouls, basically bad screens. Larson left alone. 3-pointer for Pelle Larson.
Whenever you say those 2 words, left alone, and you got NBA guys, they're going to make shots.
Uh-oh. Grant was held. Hit the deck because he was held, I guess, hitting the head. Among the league leaders in charges drawn. That's kind of his calling card. Shot clock down to 2. Score the goal! And a foul! White has the Hornets back up by 7.
Hornets bench outscored Miami's in this quarter 12-0.
Hawkins doesn't make a lot of threes against teams besides the Hornets. Johnson. Those are going down in the first half. Kobe White. Transition 3. Welcome to the Hornets, Kobe White. That's why the Hornets got him at the trade deadline.
No doubt about it.
The Hornets have an advantage on the floor. Tyler Hero's going to sit out this fourth quarter to begin. Con Knipple back in for the Hornets, along with LaMelo Ball, Moussa Diabate, Miles Bridges, and Brandon Miller. Hornets playing their starting 5. Miami's got a motley crew out there. Fontecchio. LaMelo runs down a long rebound.
Fight right there to hold the Heat player off while also getting the basketball.
And a foul right out of the shoot. And he averages 15. He's been the most prolific bench scorer in the NBA this year. Stolen away by Johnson. That's the rare telegraph pass for LaMelo.
Yeah, ball above your head. You got to let it go. Fake a pass. You don't do it, it's on to the next move.
Hawkins. Stop and pop for Johnson.
Johnson with a new...
Who knew? He has played 25 games this year. He averages a little over 3 per game. He's got 15 tonight. Brandon. Numbers advantage for Miami. Numbers advantage for the Hornets. 4-on-3.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, LaMelo is so good. Everything he did set that play up to perfection. He looked the other way, waiting for Brandon to take off.
11 assists for LaMelo Ball. Powell misses almost the identical shot 2 times down the floor. LaMelo scoring the goal. The kid's showing off here in winning time.
Boards Hornets flirting with a triple-double right here. We're far from done.
I can see it happening. LaMelo has 1 triple-double this year. Pelle Larsson back in, has his pocket picked by Knipple. LaMelo will set up shop. He's got Fontecchio in front of him. That means it's go time. They don't want to count it.
Held the ball on the left and then finished the shot.
LaMelo has never missed a free throw this year while finishing off a and one. He is now 15 for 15 shooting free throws after making a shot while getting fouled. Jaquez, Larsson, Powell, Fontecchio, and Johnson. They've done a lot of that. Is that just so often they don't play with a lot of screens, so maybe they just always used to getting balls off in space?
On that one right there, you got a guy not used to making plays with the ball. That's Johnson. Oh, John's wide open.
Con gets an easy two.
Miami falling apart like a $3 lawn. Knows how to play. Oh, it's so much fun watching these guys. You're right, it's a party in Uptown.
Norman Powell. Now still some fight left in this Heat team. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. LaMelo. That's a goaltend. Second of the night for Kel'el Ware. Give 2 more to LaMelo.
Now on the board, gets the goaltend. Now he's got a 30-piece.
He's got a Curry. Mitchell back in. Miami still playing without Tyler Hero. He's been the most consistent offense so far tonight for the Heat. Fontecchio. Powell hadn't had the three-point shot working, but he's done his damage in the paint.
Spread out there with that long three. Powell plays bigger on the offensive board than his size.
Brandon Miller!
Third catch.
Powell. Ware looking for the line. Largest lead of the night for the Hornets. Oh my.
LaMelo can do no wrong right now. Gotta go.
Shot clock down to 5. This would be some chicken salad. Yes! Who wants a chicken salad? Hornets lead by 19. Tyler Hero strides to the scores table. Maybe one last gasp of air for Miami. Bully ball.
Great job by Con to absorb the contact and make that shot tough for Mitchell.
Con playing with 4 fouls. And he's fouled by Fontecchio. Welcome to the best part. They lead by 19 with Knipple at the free throw line. When he hits these next 2 free throws, he's going to have 19 points. Nice to his mother. We all know that. When you get a last name like his, you don't give up, though. 3 beautiful free throws for Knipple. Like a gentleman. Hero.
Another good defensive stand by Brandon, just like Con made earlier. Play with your body, not your hand.
Block. LaMelo. And a foul called on Diabate. On Thursday. Orlando just had a nice win against Cleveland a couple of days ago. Powell. Hornets on the day off on Friday, and then on Saturday it's going to be Memphis. Their only regular season trip here to Uptown. Knipple. A triple! Just the second one of the night for the rookie.
Recognition by Miles Bridges. He's got a mouse in the house. That draws all the eyes of the defense. They get shifted over and leave the guy that's made the most threes in the league open. That's a mistake.
Con now at 238 made threes. He was out of bounds when he touched the ball. That's the 68 threes. It's the 4th greatest three-point season in the history of the Hornets, dating back to 1988.
Musa, you're at a point right now where every point is precious. No need to look for those dagger threes. After you get an offensive board, you put it in with the left hand.
And Kahn picks. There are only 4 coaches in the history of the NBA, and it's totally different getting ready for international basketball. Need a different style of player, different style of game plan. I'm sure he'll be up for the task.
LaMelo did not want to come out of the game. He accepts it, though.
If we don't see LaMelo again, he's going to finish with a Curry with 6 rebounds and 13 assists. Ball finds Bridges.
Musa tips it out to his buddy and then gets out of the way and lets him go to work.
Some hero ball.
Hornets going to take their time, use as much clock as possible, make this a possession game.
Hornets' 10th best record in the Eastern Conference. Coming off a 2-2 road trip. Shot clock down to 2. Bridges has to fire. With the right hand! Showing off by Bridges!
Almost behind the backboard with the soft floater.
And we've got a foul called on Musa. And Musa now on the floor. Ware not had a good day shooting the basketball. He is 0 for 6. Saved somehow by Mitchell. Kahn get a piece of that?
He did.
Kahn's playing with
Hands in the air, that's the official see. I'm not playing with my hands. Where an easy throw down.
And Charles Lee just wants to 94 vibes over in Tyvola Road, the old Charlotte Coliseum.
Let's go.
Yeah. Eric Spoelstra, he is waved the white flag. He's called off the Dogs. Subs into the game for Miami. It's all over but the shout. Kobe White scored the goal at 5 minutes. He will give Brandon Miller the rest of the night off. Miami is going to roll with Myron Gardner. Myron Gardner was a high school teammate of LaMelo, Spire Academy, Geneva, Ohio. Gardner wears 15, also new to the game, is Jameer Young. Welcome back home. Jameer Young wears 17. He played 3 years of college basketball here in town for the UNC Charlotte 49ers. Welcome back, Jameer. He's got the ball. We're going to give him one.
We're going to give him one?
Yeah. We're going to give him one.
That's the kind of guys we are.
Fontecchio still in.
Ware.
Pretty good footwork, Kelly Ware.
Yeah.
Well, Miami Heat, the fastest team in the NBA. If you hold them down to 101 points, you're doing something.
You definitely doing something. With or without Bam Adebayo.
Easy free ball for the longest tenured Hornet, Miles Bridges.
16 triples for the home team.
Score the goal and a foul. That's the free one we were offering Jameer Young. Glad he took it away. Almost as good as Dunbar, Baltimore Dunbar, Muggsy Bogues, David Wingate, Perry Dozier. Just throwing it out there. Who doesn't love high schools? Well, went to one.
Yeah, we did.
Some went to a lot of them. Trey Mann finds Pat Connaughton. Hey! Welcome to the game!
That right there tells me the type of chemistry the Hornets have right now. Everybody likes each other. Trey could have easily shot that ball, but Pat, wide open in the corner, says, you know what, it's mop-up time. I'm still going to play the right way. Give it to PC, and he makes a triple.
That is the first time in Hornets history that a guy with the name of Pat has scored a bucket for the Hornets on St. Patrick's Day.
Wow.
So, folks, if you stayed long enough, you saw something you'd never seen before. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Pat Connaughton.
Extra layer.
Hornets have never had an Irish-born player on the roster. The closest they ever came was employing Johnny O'Brien. Hornets actually played against the Knicks a couple of years ago when the Hornets employed Johnny O'Brien and the Knicks employed Kyle O'Quinn. We played each other on St. Patrick's Day, and James Borrego and I think it was Tom Thibodeau, they both didn't agree beforehand to start those two at center. I thought that would have been appropriate. O'Brien and O'Quinn jumping center on St. Patrick's Day in New York.
O'Brien's the closest Irish guy we ever had, huh?
All right. Well, Del, I'm going to do the game with Terrence.
Okay.
Stick around, folks. We're going to have a post-game show for you. We're going to talk to the hero of the game. We'll hear from Charles Lee. We'll break it all down, tell you what it means, see if the Hornets can move up a spot in the standings, and we'll get you ready for the historic game on Thursday. Not just historic because the Magic are coming to town, historic because the Hornets are going to remember and honor the rich history that has been developed over the years. It's going to be a great night, and I'm telling you, folks, if you weren't around